What about labor itself? I mean, there must be a certain attitude of labor, to work.
Yeah.
Do you think that we also have the right attitude to work?
Nigerians have the best attitude to work in the world. The best. I'm not being sentimental here. Everywhere we go.
Why do you say so?
Everywhere we go, we want to work. Everywhere. In America, in London, even in Sudan, in Ghana, we want to work. I've been to Ghana to make presentation. The last CEO of one of the multinationals, the CEO of one of the multinationals in Nigeria right now, in the telecom sector, came from Ghana. He was a CEO in Ghana, and he did very well, and in Nigeria for that matter. And he became the first indigenous CEO of that multinational in Nigeria. So Nigeria, when it comes to work ethics, we have it. Oh, ready to work. I live in Lagos. I see people, young people ready to work. But it's just for these individuals or a group of people at low cost to the government, lobbyists, to be able to make a business case for internal business owners and then those from outside to set up these firms that can create these jobs.
You're sure that people are not beginning to change because of the feeling that they could easily make easy money, as it were?
Make easy money from, come again please. The multinationals come and make easy money?
No, not the multinationals. I mean the labor market.
The unemployed people in Nigeria. You don't think they're more interested in making easy money?
No. Easy money. Permanent stay. Job security is up most of the heart of Nigerians.
Let's look at some of you. You talked earlier about a company going into Mexico where there's corruption, where there's insecurity and all of that. And they're going in there because they know they'll create jobs, they'll make money and all of that. What about, do you think that is applicable here in Nigeria? Because when you talk about countries like Mexico, so to speak, and the US, you mentioned all these countries where they seem to have laws that are in place that are implementable or that are being implemented.
Yeah.
Do you think that can be applied here?
Yes, it can. You see, the beauty of what multinationals look at, or business owners look at, first of all, is actually profits, availability of markets. That's an entrepreneur's mentality, which is okay. And you can build a business case on that. I know they are aware already. They're already looking at Africa. With Israel of South Africa right now, the attention is drifting. With the reports from the northern part of Africa, attention is drifting. Libya is no longer settled. Egypt is not really settled. So where's the next point of call? So what we need is for a sound business case for Nigeria. Nigeria is on the Atlantic Ocean. When you are driving, just go by road. Just go by road to Ghana and watch as you go and you see ships from Maruba here, heading towards Togo, heading towards Accra. You understand what I'm saying? So Nigeria is on that belt. From the sea, from the air, population size, big attraction. So Nigeria has the ability right now. There's democracy in place, and we have a government who is about to come in and they're saying, okay, we're going to fight corruption. So that energy is on right now. So the next government should package itself and get individuals who can begin to sell this thing to Nigerians within, captains of industries within and without.
The last guest we had talked about the difficulties that some individuals or companies might be having in setting up things like power infrastructure, micro power infrastructure and all the laws, the demands and all of the stringent measures they have to go through. Yeah. Now, you talked about investors within the country setting up establishments that will create jobs for Nigerians. Don't you think these are some of the things you'll be looking at that will cause them to slow down and probably think of going elsewhere where they can set up their establishments with less stress and still make the profit they need to make?
No, the law was made for man and not man for the law. The law was made for the people and not for the people, not the people for the law. If people abuse the law and get away with it in Nigeria, why can't positive minds come together? Whether they are building capacity, creating jobs, and the law negates that, you can present a case. At times I even wonder why, even Lagos State government, over the time, you're thinking of IPP projects, okay, you can power Lausa and all of that during the last manifesto. I listened, I heard all of that. Beautiful. So why not power an estate? Why not power a few locations? What a part of government staff, I know they have all these government states around, government projects for housing projects around. What a part of them. You know what I'm saying? Then let the people not prevail and say, listen, yes, we know the law says this, but this is for the benefit of all. You're going to get taxes from it. You're going to have 15,000 workers from 6 locations in the country within 9 months. You know the kind of tax going to be.
You're advocating that we knowingly break the law and, you know, get
it's not the law won't be, at that point, they're going to be subject to review. The law will be subject to review. At that point, that's the pressure that can come. It's positive pressure. We're not carrying placards and fighting. These projects are on ground. This is what's going to happen. The tax that's going to come in is going to reduce crime. I can assure you, the government that's coming in, seeing watching their body language and hearing from them how sincere they are, you know, they want to work around it. Okay, but if we wait for that to happen, you know, things are not done that way. Apple is paying some boys in Ibadan to develop apps. I'm telling you facts on ground. Microsoft is sponsoring, paying salaries of about 300 boys in Lagos.
Okay, we're out of time.
Yeah.
But in a few seconds, how long do you think it will take the incoming administration to handle about at least 20% of the unemployment rate in the country?
It depends on how they hit the ground running. If they are prepared already, which I believe, I want to believe they're prepared already, have everyone in place. Because the beauty is that you can actually, those who are supposed to be lobbying ought to have been doing that before now.
All right.
So if they hit the ground running early enough, it will depend.
All right, thank you very much. We're speaking to Emmanuel Esangbedo, Public Affairs Analyst. We'll be looking at job creation, the task ahead. And that's it on Sunrise Daily this morning. I want to thank you for watching and letting us be a part of your morning. I'm Neo Taigwe.
And thank you to all the engineers who've been helping with definitions as well. I'm Malpe Ogun.
Have yourself a nice day.